No one cares about your depression. No one cares about your issues. No one cares as a man. As a woman, people care. And this is a true saying. People, when the ship sinks, who gets off the ship first? Women and children. The men, what do? We die. We die. Bring back bullying. Bring back bullying. I'm sorry, because this thing of I love you, you love me is BS. It's BS. No one loves you. No one cares about you. Bring it back so people become stronger and become tougher again. This kindness stuff, I love it. It feels great. It looks great, but it's not reality. It's not reality.
Look at me, habibi. Dubai chip, let's get it. Look at me, habibi. Dubai chip, let's get it. Bags expensive.
Don't touch me. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. No, I have to back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Stroke of Success Podcast. It's your favorite host, KB. I'm here today, here in Orlando, Florida, my hometown where I live, with Mr. Kamran Farid from Edible Arrangements. What a story. I've been following this gentleman for a long time. The reason I reached out to his team was I was just so inspired to see another Pakistani brother who made it in the business world. So, brother, welcome.
Thank you.
First and foremost, thank you for letting us in your house.
Anytime, my man. Welcome here. I just want to preface with I worked at Edible Arrangements. I'm no longer part of Edible Arrangements, something I sold a long time ago. But I just want to preface that. That's all.
Perfect. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, you have a first and foremost. Second thing, you have an amazing team. Hospitality from day one. The gentleman who walked me in, amazing. Brother, how has been life for you?
Life has been ups and downs, my man. Life is, I built a company, did all that. I kind of sold my stake, and then I went into real estate, went to other businesses. But life has been up and down. Challenges, good days, bad days. But I've done very well. I've invested my money well. I've grown my wealth. I've done smart things. Then I've had challenges in personal life too.
So I'm a believer, and one of my coaches taught me that from 0 to 7 years of age, your subconscious mind's been forming. Your belief system, your personality, your habits are forming, right? That's why I tend to take that to people's stories. Where were you born, and were you part of a household, this type of wealth, or were you self-made?
So I was born in Pakistan, Saiwal, Pakistan. I
Okay.
came to the U.S. when I was 3 years old. I took our parents, I wouldn't say, I never liked saying we were poor.
Sure.
Because poor is, we were happy. We grew up in a 3-bedroom, I'd say 1,200 square foot home in West Haven, Connecticut. 5 boys slept in one room. My sister had her own room because of culture, and my parents had their own room. We took the bus when we were little, so we took public transportation. So I did not grow up with wealth. I did not understand wealth. This wealth was created during my lifetime.
You come from Saiwal, Pakistan, to Connecticut. How old were you exactly?
I was 3 years old.
Did you feel growing up in Connecticut there was racism back then? Did you feel like you're less inferior?
Never.
Never.
So since I came to West Haven, Connecticut, never felt racism in my life. I had lots of friends. I had a Spanish friend, I had a black friend, I had a white friend. I remember them from my childhood, riding our bikes around. We played. I really don't remember any sad thoughts in my childhood other than when I went through my medical issues.
Okay. When did entrepreneurship come in your mind, your mindset?
Our entrepreneurship started from my oldest brother. He started a flower shop. He dropped out of high school to start a flower shop, and our entrepreneurship started then. I, as a young child, maybe 10 years old, was always working in the flower shop. I grew up in a flower shop. I grew up working there, running the register. From there, I worked in his technology company. My oldest brother is really my mentor of learning business and learning everything going on. He really led me along.
Where do you think he got it from? Was your dad entrepreneurial at all?
My dad is, our family from Pakistan are a family of farmers.
Okay.
So we have a farmer background, and all my family, if you go back to Pakistan, we were leaders in the community. My grandpa was a leader in the community. So I think it just comes from that. And I also think it comes from hunger. It comes from not having anything. So if you grow up with money, if you have ease, it's hard for you to want more things. But if you don't have ease, you want more. And my brother is built different. My brother he's still at his age, still a great entrepreneur, and he's still building new businesses.
He's out there. Before this podcast started, you were telling me he's still out there hustling to this day.
He's still, he stepped back some. His daughter runs a lot of things, but my brother's, that's what makes him happy. That's his content. And I met people like this. Fred DeLuca was the same way. He opened Subway. He was in his 70s and he was still going to work every day building a business. I kind of understand why they do it now at my age. I'm starting to understand why, because once you have money, it's like a sports player. You could build a great business, you build your sport career, and then you leave. You can have so much fun sitting at home before it gets boring. Yeah. And that same thing happened with me. That's why I started getting on social media and doing these things. How many cars can I buy? How many things can I do? You get bored. And I know a couple other very rich people that went through this same thing. So what my brother did by keeping the business and keep running it, I think it's something that keeps him engaged. But it's not a fun life. You still got to deal with all the negativity, all the hard work, all the issues. But at the same time, he has a purpose.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm going to take a wild guess, your personality. I've spent about an hour with you. It's been a pleasure. Very interesting individual. I can see how you got what you are in life. You're direct. You know what you want. I'm going to go back many years. High school. You a ladies' man?
Bro, I never... So my family was very religious.
Okay.
So we're Muslim, and I was the furthest thing from a ladies' man.
Wow.
I was an overweight kid. I was literally overweight since I had leukemia as a child. I got overweight, and I always struggled with my weight. My family was very religious. I never even talked to a girl or kissed a girl till maybe I'd say mid-20s. Mid-20s.
You're very charismatic now.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So like that. This is not what you were initially.
I think I was always a jokester. I was funny. I had a personality. My teachers always liked me. I was always the class clown. I just was not a woman's man. I didn't understand that. Did I want to meet women? Did I? Of course.
Interest? Yeah.
Of course, I had interest. I just did. I had a lot of, I would say, religious trauma. Like you grow up so religious that you're segregated from Muslim and women and separate. And you gotta remember, I was the youngest in my family. So I probably had 4 brothers telling me you can't do this, and I had a sister telling me you can't do this. And then I probably grew up in the most religious, and my brothers are the same. 2 of my brothers are still very religious. Everyone else is like middle ground, or 3 brothers. So for me, yeah.
So it's especially speaking on that, religion for me has been the same thing. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, I was telling you. We have people with hijabs on. New York is it's like Banduvelle. There's a lot of people that come in Brooklyn.
Yeah, villagers. Vietnamese villagers.
Not Manhattan.
And my mom was a villager, just so you know, so I don't like that word.
Okay.
Go
I'm
ahead.
so sorry. My family's from Lahore too, from village, right? And I didn't mean that to offend you. But it was like they were not very savvy, and they held a lot of judgment on people.
Yep. I don't think that has anything to do with villagers. I think that has to do with just religion. When anyone is extreme in anything, if you're so extreme in religion and you're extreme in your thoughts, all you do is judge. The people that are the most judgmental are extremists. So if you're extreme in Republicans, you're going to judge every Democrat. If you're extreme in Christianity, you're going to judge everyone that's not Christian. If you're extreme in Muslim, you're going to judge everyone because that's what you're told to do when you're extreme. So for me, it's finding that middle ground where I'm still religious. I still have some of my things that I do religious, but my life is not revolve around religion only.
That's the environment I was growing up in, where I saw people that were leaving their family to go on the call of duty of religion, and families are falling apart and behind the scenes, right? And so, but what I said by brain drain, I don't even know what that really means, but I meant like the sense that they didn't accustomed to the ways in America. For me,
I think that's majority of Pakistanis. Like they come here, Mexicans do it. Sure. Every culture does it. They stay in their culture because they're comfortable. So the Spanish stay with Spanish, and they only speak Spanish. You go to Brooklyn Heights, Pakis stay with Paki because they're just from back home. You got to remember, if you come here in your 30s, you're going to relate with that.
Sure.
It's nothing to do with education. I get it. Like if you grew up in Pakistan, Lahore, in a big town, and you're Western, and you had good food, of course you come to America, you're going to relate because you had that. But if you're in Pakistan and you lived in a village or even a small town, you're going to relate more with Pakistani people, and you didn't know the Western culture.
Sure.
That's all it is.
Good point. That's a very good point. Where did what year? How old were you? We'll go back. How old were you when you started to see the family started seeing success with the entrepreneurship?
I'm going to say probably in middle school for me. We had opened multiple flower shops. My brother again is an entrepreneurial genius. He had opened multiple flower shops. He had a technology company. We also lived as a family network. So this whole thing in America of like everyone having their own home, everyone having their own things, we didn't live like that. Everyone literally shared things. We put our money into the same pot. My mom was the first one to give us the money to open the first flower shop. We didn't have enough money, and my mom somehow pulled 20 grand out to give us that money to open a flower shop. So I think what we've lost in America is that community. Everyone wants to do their own thing, and this community of families staying together. And I want to preface one more thing. As much as I was religious and these things, maybe I missed out some childhood and having fun and meeting girls and partying, I think it saved me too. It kept me away from drugs. It kept me away from wasting my time on dumb things. Maybe I spent a lot of time at the mosque and I spent a lot of time praying and all these things, but it also protected me from doing bad things. And it made me focus on work. So I don't look at it as a bad thing either. I don't think I would be where I am right now if I had smoked weed when I was young. So I don't think I would be as successful, because it would have literally made me complacent. And these are things I didn't do because religion protected me.
So there's one positive you're saying that, but many positives that you saw from the religion contributed to your success.
What was it?
I mean, religion, you're saying that's one of the positives that probably contributed to your success. It
No,
keep you in order.
It keeps structure.
Yeah.
And it kept respect in our family. We knew the hierarchy in our family. It comes from our culture. Like, we did not disrespect. My oldest brother, I'm 46, I still call him Baitarik.
Yeah.
So it's a respect thing that was built in our family, and it still stays. It's just from our culture. So I think these things are important. And Italians had this. You go back to America in the 50s, they used to all live together.
Yeah.
And they would save their money together, then they would all go buy a house for the next family member. And then that family member would save and bring other family members over, and they'd save and they'd buy another car.
Yeah.
We've kind of lost that. Like, you turn 18, you go get your own car, you get your own apartment, you get your own place. And this is the biggest destroyer of wealth in America.
The separation.
The separation and the loss of family. Like, they always talk about how community raises a family. We don't have a community raise a family anymore. Families, like, after 18, 20, the kids leave, they go run their own lives. My brother, when he first got married, his wife and his kids lived with us. Even in his 20s, it wasn't until he was 26, he bought his own house, but we all lived as a family communally together. And these things, I think, were important for us, number one, to save money, and number two, to keep that family structure.
Family structure is gone now, and I think that's a big reason why we've seen the times we're in right now. Going back to by the way, I had a stroke, I told you, so my speech is a little bit affected, so if I don't clear it, just have me repeat it.
That's perfectly fine.
I stutter some words, and some words don't come out 100%. Thank you for your patience.
I stutter too, don't worry about it.
Okay. Family structure, off the camera, we're having a conversation how men don't really lead. So, brother, I'll tell you about my story. My dad walked on me at age 5. Mom raised me. My nanny, my mom's mom, moved in with me. So 2 women raised me my whole life. I wish that I had a male figure to say, hey, don't do this, go play some sports, do this. Because I can see where I lack some stuff going without a father figure. Let's talk about that. How important is it to have a male in your household and be a leader?
So moms are here for love.
Right.
If you look at moms, they create life. In Islam, we say heaven is beneath your mother's feet. So we raise women up very, very high. Moms are very loving. Moms will show you love a dad can never show you. But dads make men. So if you want a man, that's why I always tell dads, you need to be in your father's life. You don't have to be there every day if you can't. If you can, that's great. But you also can't be soft with your kids. You have to show them masculine energy. You have to be rough with them. You have to tell them no. A mom will not say no. I have a friend of mine, his son is 23. He literally stays in bed all day. And his father gets mad at him, saying, get out of bed, get out of bed. And the mom comes running over saying, leave him alone. He has depression. Let him sleep. She's destroying that child. She's literally destroying him by making him think, because the real world doesn't work like that. No one cares about your depression. No one cares about your issues. No one cares as a man. As a woman, people care. And this is a true saying. People, when the ship sinks, who gets off the ship first?
Women.
Women and children.
Yes.
The men, what do? We die. Yeah. We die. So that's why men have to be tougher. We have to give them to be strong and know what the real world is. If we make men soft like they are nowadays, it's not a good thing. I'm sorry, I see these kids, they're not masculine and they want to talk about their problems. And I'm like, no one cares. No one's there to save you. I got divorced, no one was there to help me. No one was there. And I realized this very young age, I was attacked by communities and people. No one was there to help me because I'm a man. And I had wealth. Maybe because I had wealth, no one wanted to do it. But of course, I had my good friends that were there. I had certain people I could trust on, but society doesn't care.
Brother, let's go back to a second though. Like, if you don't think the wealth you had, you don't think people will say, oh, come on, brother, sit over here, you poor thing. I think we'd be more empathetic, but yes, we see the money like, oh, he has probably therapists, he probably has this.
Well, no one cares.
No one cares.
Even if you don't have money, no one cares, my man.
F off.
When was the last time you saw someone in depression? You'll talk to them, you'll try to help them, but society doesn't care. Yes. Society's like, get up and go do something.
No one cares how you
that's the
feel.
way it should be.
I agree.
Like as a man, you should get up and go do something. Like even there's probably to a point with women too. That's where it is. Why do you think there's so many single women that are working now? They've had to become masculine because they have to go get jobs. They have to pay their bills. They have to run their lives and all this stuff. And they're going out with men that aren't masculine. And the men are like, oh, you got to pay half. And there's a lot of issues here. This is the bigger thing to unfold in this. But there's 100% an issue here we need to fix.
Your contribution to the business, I'm not getting too much into it. Like, what was your niche, you would say?
Yes. So I'm an operations person. I'm the type of person you can bring into a room and I'll tell you everything wrong.
Wow.
And then I'll fix it. I'm the type, if you see my house, I'm a perfectionist. Everything's put in a certain place, everything's kept a certain way, that's where it is. So I was an operations, like I'd say call myself an operations genius. When it comes to doing something, I used to go to Starbucks and I'll never forget it, when it first opened, and I could see all the issues. And I would say, move this person here, move that person here, do this, and this line will move quicker. Because in retail, it's all about moving the line. So if Starbucks has 1 hour to feed everyone, they have to move as many people as they can in that 1 hour to get as much money as they can. So moving people is very important. So that was my eye. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because I take that to my personal life. But when it comes to business, it's a great thing. I used to have a real estate agent, and he used to always try to sell me property. And he'd always call me up, and I never bought anything from him. I never did. And then one day he called me up, and I'm like, bro, why are you calling me? I don't buy anything from you. He goes, because I want to know what's wrong with the deal. And it hit me. I was like, damn, he's got a point. Like, I'm not buying anything, but he wanted to know what was wrong with the deal he's sending me, all the negative points with the deal. And I was good at that. So I always saw, and I think that protected me too. Like a lot of people that have wealth, the majority of the time when they leave their business, they lose their wealth. And I'm maybe a pessimist, and I was very careful with my money, and I spent it only in certain places. And maybe I had some, luck too, that I was able to keep growing my wealth and not lose it.
That's awesome. Your operation guy. Please visit to us in Nur Mitzvah. We'd love to have your feedback and see how we're doing wrong. We've been open for 1.5 years, and like stuff like what you have done operationally. I think it's one of the most. I think marketing is big.
Yeah, your business is very different than my business. Like when I'm talking about food service and all these things,
retail.
Customer retail, it's different than med spa. Med spa is all about personalities and relationships. I've looked at the med spa business. Someone brought me one to buy one.
Okay.
I realized that business is all about the doctor.
Yeah.
That's all about the staff. Because the staff is building a relationship with all the clients. The clients want to come back. You have to take care of those clients. So it's not even about a process or a system. It's about you taking care of customers and getting to know them personally and getting to be part of their family. It's kind of like, it's like even I'm looking at doing Pilates studios right now. It's all about the teachers.
Sure.
It's not even about, it's about the trainers and the teachers building a community with their students, getting to know their students, being a great teacher at what they do. That's who's running that business. I can go in there, make it clean, get you a storefront, make it systematic so you can sell products, have a great point of sale system.
Sure.
But that's not going to run the business.
Right.
Like your wife is running that business.
Right.
She is the personality of that business.
Sure. Absolutely. Good point. She'll be really happy to hear that. Question. People want to scale these days. I'll ask you off the camera. You say, hey, say for the camera, like, to scale. When do you think is the right time for a person to say, you know what, I want to open 2 and 3? Is there something like that?
My man, I'll be honest with you, I always have these kids ask me this question.
Yeah.
If I have 1 million, how do I scale to 10 million? I always laugh. This is a ChatGPT question that ChatGPT told them to ask people. Anyone making $1 million, you'll know when to scale.
Yes.
And trust me, when you get to that point where you're making enough money, you're just going to scale on your own. If you're struggling to pay your bills and make ends meet, you're not going to scale. Me giving you an answer when to scale, anyone that is growing will naturally know when to scale. If you're not growing, then it's a hypothetical question you just like asking.
People do say that, planting a seed, but right now we have one location, we're doing well, alhamdulillah, we're doing okay. I'm opening the second one soon. But my other day I had a consultant tell me that, hey, you should maybe do more processes, more things in place before the second one. But that's where that question came from. Do you believe in law of attraction? This manifestation that you could sit there and visualize and put some action in and you can manifest stuff.
Okay, so I believe in if you put some action.
Yes.
So if you think you're gonna lay in bed and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get big, I'm gonna get powerful, I'm gonna be strong, and saying positivity to yourself, maybe, but you need to have action. If you're gonna, like, I have people always telling me that I want a mentor. Cam, can you be our mentor? I'm like, you don't need a mentor. You know who needs a mentor? A mentor is someone that's on their way to success. If you're on your way to success, then you need a mentor, because when you're at an older age, you know what to do, and they know what they did. But if you're laying in bed and you think a mentor is gonna get you out of bed, that ain't happening. That you need to be proactive. Like, I'll be honest, in your business is all about your wife. And then it's gonna come down to her training people. But when you open your second med spa, she can't be at the second med spa.
Can't.
So now it comes down to the staff you have. And the hardest thing in America is staff and running employees.
But today's time, different generation, they're very lazy.
I don't think everyone's lazy. I think it's become amplified of lazy people.
Right, okay.
People are on social media, people are here, but I think, and also there's no more loyalty left in America. We're hitting an issue with loyalty, and because corporate America doesn't have loyalty. Loyalty's gone. So that's something we need to fix. So maybe if you brought partners in and you opened another med spa and you said, okay, we're gonna give you 20% ownership. If you go look at Capital Grill only opens new locations when the cook or someone at one of their locations becomes a manager. They only pay like 50 grand. They get another location, but that person gets a percentage ownership with the corporate location. So it's a model of growing with their own staff. So same thing with you. If you have a med spa and you have a great technician there who's a doctor that could open a second location, you empower that person by giving them a percentage so they can make more money.
Equity.
And now you open the second location with them. Because end of the day, med spas are all about personality.
Yeah, that's true. I see you have a garage full of cars.
Yes.
You have a certain type of car you're into. Like, is it more like personality-wise? The other day I had a friend, he got an Aston Martin. I'm like, why'd you get an Aston Martin? He goes, oh, it's a very feminine car. I was really taken back about that. Like, you have
Is he gay?
He's not gay.
So why would he buy a feminine car?
He said, I don't know. I didn't understand.
That is the weirdest answer I've ever heard.
Yes.
But,
He's a weird guy.
So my cars are assets.
Okay.
I don't buy cars, like my Bentley is not an asset, my Cullinan is not an asset. Maybe my Teslas are not assets. What I teach is not to buy depreciation assets. The greatest destroyer of wealth in America is cars. These kids are young, they're buying these cars, they are using compound interest to buy a car that is gonna be worth, maybe they buy for 100 grand, that's gonna be worth 20 grand in 5 years. So the cars I own, the 918 Spider, is gonna be a $10 million car. The CGT is gonna be a $8 million car.
Right.
So every car in my garage, I consider an asset. And tomorrow, even my watch, I bought this watch, I could sell it tomorrow for 90% of what I bought it for. I don't believe in buying things like your shirt. You paid probably $1,000 or $1,200 for
Or
that
the
shirt.
gift, but much cheaper than that. But go ahead.
Whatever it is, $1,000, it's a mirror, it's a logo. There's no resale value of that shirt.
Nothing.
So for me, I buy things that I like. Like if you like that shirt, it's fine. If you want to wear it, but I also don't feel like anyone should be flexing with logos.
Sure.
You're literally flexing someone's logo to make yourself look rich to who? Poor people? Like you come here wearing that shirt, it doesn't impress me.
No, I know.
So maybe
You
it
told me
impresses
that
some
earlier.
young kid, but I'm just telling you that's,
Yeah.
so same thing happens with cars. These young kids are buying an M3. The M3 is $130,000. Within 5 years, the M3 is gonna be worth maybe 40 grand.
Yeah.
And they paid compound interest. Do you know why brown people buy Honda Civics and Camrys and Toyotas?
They're good
They
cars.
hold their values.
Yes.
And do you know why Desis got so rich in this country? Because we live poor. Like my dad never went out to eat. My dad never bought Armani. My dad never bought Louis Vuitton. My family never bought this stuff when we got money. Instead, we bought assets. We bought businesses. We grew our money. And that's why you see a guy that come here, he'll go work at the gas station. And it breaks my heart when people like mock these people. Because I'm like, this guy that's working at the gas station came here. He ate cheese sandwiches. I always say this line, they ate cheese sandwiches. What that means is, and I know 5 guys that did this story, and they're very rich. They literally came to America by themselves, and they would go buy a loaf of bread, and they would go buy a pack of cheese. And they would eat that every day because it was the cheapest thing to eat. And then they would work this minimum wage job, like 40, 80 hours to 100 hours a week, and they would live with 10 people. So their rent was only $200, and they would save, and they lived with struggle. And once they saved enough money, they would now go buy the gas station. And this story is very common. And then they would save at that gas station, and they'd work the gas station themselves now. And then they would buy another gas station. And they lived poor till they got to a point where then they bought $1 million house. I know a guy, he owns 79 gas stations. I know a guy that owns a multi-million-dollar technology company. The problem we have in America now is these young kids, I want my Louis Vuitton shirt. I want my $2,000 shirt. I want the M3 now. They don't want to go through the struggle of life to get where they're going to be. What I try to teach kids on my social media is say, listen, invest in your future. Don't invest in your current time. If you invest in your current time, you'll be the man, you'll be cool, you'll be all that. But when you're 40 or 50, you're still going to be working. And you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. Do you want to do that, or you want to be in a place where, hey, I'm getting ahead. I'm getting ahead. Like, even if you're 18, 19, live at home. Live at home. Save your money. This whole thing of like, go live on your own, go build up, and then stop buying dumb things. Like these dumb things we buy, and it's literally a way of keeping people poor.
Brother, I'm going to touch on that. Like living at home. So I have cousins. My mom's brother's kid. They live at home, but it's so comfortable, right?
I know, but those kids, like I have nephews too. I have
Right.
kids in my family that are in their probably 30s still living at home. Those kids have nothing going on. That's where the softness of their mom comes in. Their mom is so soft and they take care of them. Like, bro, I had a magical closet when I was growing up. I never cooked food. I never washed my clothes. I used to throw my clothes on the ground. And I did that through, like, because my mom picked it up. Our moms are so loving.
Yes.
She never said anything. That's where that's where the dad comes in. Get out of bed, go start a business, go get a job. Then I have nieces and nephews that are becoming doctors. They're becoming specialists. I have nieces and nephews that have started businesses. So it really comes down to parenting at the end of the day. And then a man being a man. Again, if you let the mom control, she's going to make your kids soft because unless your mom was a single mother, she had to make you hard. You had no choice. But they're going to make them soft because they just want to love them. Moms just want to love you.
Sure.
Like the heaven's not beneath your mother's feet for no reason. I'm telling you, like my mom she's here for me. When I lost her, I still cry about my mom at my age because my mom was a high as hell person and she loved me. But my dad made me a man. My brother made me a man. They forced me to get out of bed. They forced me to go work. They forced me to do these things. So you need that male energy to make you do that.
Yeah, I shared that with you. And I know before the camera, on camera, like that's something I lacked, right? And so one thing we both have in common, we lost our mom pretty young. For me, I turned to drugs and depression and all that stuff, right? What happened with you? Did you?
My man, I was too busy working.
That's it. No choice.
My mom passed away 3 days later, back to work. Like there was no time to think. That's why I think everyone has to be busy. This whole thing of depression, this whole thing of being sad is because you can. You can sit and be sad. If you had to pay your bills, you think there's depression in Pakistan? You think there's depression in third world countries? Why don't you hear about depression in poor countries? You know why you don't hear about it? Because those people got to eat. They don't have time to lay in bed. So with you, you might have been in depression, but you still had someone to support you. You had a room to go and lay in.
Sure.
And also
The chemicals, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I also
serotonin.
feel like, how often you hear about depression in poor countries?
That's a very common topic that comes up.
I know, but tell me, like,
You're right.
These are terms made up in America. Or maybe we know more, so we could talk about it.
Maybe.
I don't know it, but I also said you went into drugs, so that affected you too.
And that was the
but
reason
where
why
did you get the
depression
money to
happened.
buy the drugs?
Well, I was working, right? But yeah, I know where you're going.
Did you live at home?
With my uncle.
With your uncle, yeah.
There you go. I had a room I gave him rent every month.
Hey, I
Right.
know a kid that he smokes tons of weed and he does all these drugs. He doesn't pay rent.
Yeah.
If he had to pay rent, he wouldn't be smoking all that weed. If he had to go, his mom's making him food every day. He can use all his extra money to go buy junk because he doesn't need to. He's comfortable at home. He's got so comfortable. He's actually proud to be living at home. He's 30. He literally goes around telling people, oh, I live at home.
Yeah.
And he's 30.
Yeah.
His ambition has been destroyed.
Your kids, beautiful house. How are you going to make them good comfort, good life, which you are providing, alhamdulillah, but also be hungry?
My man, it's very hard. That's why generational wealth, if you ever hear it about it, in 2 years, in 2 generations, it's gone.
It's gone.
So what I'm learning from other people. Like, again, guys, we're all learning. Everyone's learning as we go. Our parents were learning. What I've been told is not to give them much money till they're 22, 23. So that's what I do. I give my kids a car. I give them an amount of money. I don't want them looking poor. I buy them nice clothes. I buy them things they want. But I do not give them a black card. I don't give them my Bentleys. I don't give them my fancy things. I let them struggle. Struggle builds character. Like, without struggle, I wouldn't be who I am. And so I lived in a rich area in Connecticut called Pine Orchard, and there were so many kids they would go around calling them trust fund babies. I never knew what trust fund baby was. They would literally call themselves that. I'm like, what is that? They're waiting for their parents to die. And their parents had so much money that these kids did nothing. And they didn't want to work, because why would they work a job if they had a credit card with unlimited wealth? But you want to talk about depression?
Please.
They had depression. Because what is the point of living? How much junk can you buy?
Yeah.
How many vacations can you go on? So and then the smart ones didn't give their kids a lot of money. They made them go get a job. Like, even in my trust and all my documents, if I ever pass with my kids, they must have a job. They must have something going on in their lives. And my kids will. My kids are very smart. My oldest daughter is going to college. She wants to run studios. My other ones want to be a doctor. So they'll have something going on in their lives. They'll have money coming on to them, but I'm not going to make their lives so easy so they can just sit around at home, because you're literally ruining children by doing that.
I have a really good friend who's an entrepreneur, along with self-made, and he talks to me all the time. He has same age kids of mine, daughters. And I go to him, hey, like, do you want your kids to be entrepreneurs? He goes, no, I would not wish that on them. I prefer them to become doctors, because you study ABC like my wife did. Your end goal, you study, you get there, you could be a cardiologist, you could do whatever. What's your thoughts? Would you want your kids?
My man, I want them to be the person that signs a paycheck for the doctors. Why would I want them to be doctors? I don't want my daughters or my son to have a boss. Who wants to have a boss? I don't have a boss. They're the bosses. They're going to run the businesses. My daughter, she wants to become a doctor. She's like your wife. She wants to do skincare and stuff like that.
Awesome.
I'm going to open her practice. I'm going to buy her first house when she gets married. These are things that wealth has brought me, so I will gift them these things to make their lives easier. But I'm not going to make their lives easier so they can just sit at home.
Yeah.
But you want them to be leaders. A doctor is our cultural thing. Become an engineer, become a doctor is something that, when I first moved to this neighborhood, I met a lady. First thing, Indian lady, she came up to me, she was walking, I was walking, she's like, first question, what do you do? And I was like, I used to sell fruit. And she goes, where do you live? She was literally sizing me up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I live on Cartmel. And then she's like, I'm a doctor, my daughter's a doctor, my son's a doctor. And she was so proud.
Proud of it.
Well, she didn't know I was worth 100 times her whole family put together. Because she was so happy them being a doctor. Doctors really aren't that rich, bro.
No.
Unless you're a specialist you own a practice. You know who's rich? The dude that signs a doctor's paycheck.
Yes.
Even sports players. People are like, sports players are rich. No. The guy that signs a sports player's check is the rich guy. The top sports players, like the number one ones, maybe they're very rich.
Yeah.
But true wealth is the business owners. Entrepreneurship is where true wealth is created.
100%. Patrick B. David, heard of him? He's a speaker, he's an entrepreneur. He talks about how, people can either make wealth with stocks or business or real estate. Mm-hmm. You guys started with business.
Yep.
Someone young wants to become wealthy.
Yep.
18, 21-year-old hard worker. Mm-hmm. What advice do you give him?
Number one, be poor. Save your money so either you can invest in a business, you can buy stocks, or when you see an opportunity, you have the money to do it. Because end of the day, if you don't have cash flow to invest in an opportunity,
doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Right.
And when you have no money, no one's giving you a loan.
No.
They'll give you a loan for debt for college.
Sure.
They'll give you a loan to get credit card and get you in debt at 22%.
Or car.
Yeah, anything or a car.
Yeah.
But they won't give you a business loan.
No.
So you have to save money. You have to live poor. You have to bank. And then I teach kids to buy stocks. Why aren't you guys buying stock? Do what the rich do. Buy the index every week. But instead of spending $100 at Starbucks every week, buy $100 of the S&P 500 index or buy $100 of Tesla stock and then leave it alone. Because when you're 40, it's going to be worth real money. Don't go buy that Louis Vuitton shirt. Who cares? If you want to buy a shirt, go to Marshall's, buy a shirt, go to a tailor, spend $10 and get it fitted. No one cares about fat people wearing a Louis Vuitton shirt. No one cares. If you want to look good, just take care of your body first. And then everything else will come together. I can't teach anyone to be rich too. This is the other thing. Everyone's like, how do I get rich? I can't teach you how to get rich. That's going to be you. There's many things that come involved with that. It's hard work. It's luck. it's entrepreneurship. It may be, my man, there's kids that bought crypto when it was in pennies.
Overnight.
And no, not even overnight, over 10 years. And everyone was making fun of them when they were buying Bitcoin. They were like, you're an idiot, you're buying Bitcoin. What are you, dumb? It's gonna go to nothing. And they put $1 into it. Now it's worth 100 million. So it's luck too, and it's intelligence. I knew a kid, so I used to go to Southern Connecticut State University and I donate to them. And one of the teachers told me she knew a kid, he used to mine Bitcoin back in the 2000s in his bedroom. He would rent apartments that had free electricity. And he would mine Bitcoin back then. No one knows where this kid is anymore. He's probably a billionaire and he took off and he disappeared. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's ways of making money I don't even know. I can't tell you how to get rich. The world is constantly changing. Yeah. For me, it was entrepreneurship. It was building a business. It was franchising. It was doing all this. And then taking that wealth, I started buying real estate. I got into stocks. I got into investing. And I fell down many times too on my face. And I got back up. I just never over-levered. I don't lever. I never levered myself. If I levered, I'd be probably 10 times richer. But I got enough money.
Yeah, that's amazing. Brother, what do you think the habits, I mean, so I'm a big believer of habits, right? My 20s, like I told you, addict, depressed, all that crap. I learned how to, first and foremost, control the mind. My mentor told me, before investing in these other things, invest in yourself. Self-development. Self-development for me has saved my life, after the stroke especially. How much have you done self-development?
What does self-development mean?
For example, like Tony Robbins' teachings. There's NLP. NLP is the neural programming for your mind, how you assess a situation and you could frame it to be a positive or negative. How you use language to sell to people. How you know, these are self-development tools that are out there right now. They help me. I'm taking your dude, that never came across.
No, I don't read books on self-help. No one got rich reading a book. And I feel the people that got rich, they would have got rich even without that book. So is there knowledge to be learned to control your mind and all that?
Habits, right?
My man, it's all habits.
Right.
It's good habits. For me, it's like wake up in the morning, go for a walk outside in the sun, go get physical, work out. If you go look at the most successful people, they all have routines. They wake up early, they go run, they go for walks, they go lift weights. They're very focused. They eat clean. They don't eat junk. So it is habit driven. No book is going to fix you. No course is going to fix you. None of that stuff is going to fix you.
They can teach you those habits. They can show you and say, hey, this is the paradigm. This is the reason why you are broke right now. If you change these habits, so you see, you give people higher mentors.
Yeah, but man, so everyone knows what they got to do.
They don't do it.
Bro, it's like everyone saying I'm overweight and I want to lose weight. Everyone knows they got to stop eating.
Yeah.
But you think a book's going to make them stop eating? No. It's going to be you changing your mindset. It's you getting up one day. Like for me, it was like, I don't know what it was. One day I just woke up and said, what am I doing? And I was fat my whole life. I struggled with my weight. And I started walking and I literally cut all my friends out. I disappeared for 3 months and I came back a new person. I quit weed. I quit everything bad. I stopped smoking. I stopped vaping. I literally stopped it all. I went cold turkey. And I'm the type that if I do something a little bit, I go hard. I don't just do it a little bit, I do it a lot. If I have a little sugar, I'll want sugar all day. I'll be eating a bag of sugar later at the end of the day. That's just my personality. So I just cut it all out. I went cold turkey. And that's what I did. I went for walks every morning. I focused my mind. And I realize it now. Some days I'm sad. And I realize because I'm not working out anymore. I stopped clearing my mind. Like for me, I think everyone should walk. Everyone should. You don't need to run. You don't need to go to the gym. You don't need to lift weights. I want you to start by waking up early and going for a walk in the sun. And let your thoughts be cleared out. Because we all have trauma. We all have issues. We all have this. And believe it or not, that 3-mile walk, after just walking I walk with a weighted vest. I walk, it just clears my mind. I always have we wake up in the morning. Who wakes up happy in the morning, bro? Like maybe super happy people.
I am.
Yeah, super happy people that
now
can do
I
it.
am.
I don't wake up happy in the morning, my man. I want to destroy the world. Like you came this morning.
I saw that. I saw it.
You saw the monster come out. But the end of the day, once I go for that walk, it clears my mind.
Yeah.
So this is what I found that works for me.
Yeah.
And I found this with the most successful people. I've been around a lot of billionaires.
I'm sure.
And these billionaires always have great routines.
Yes.
They get up, they work, they go for runs, they do their thing, they go lift weights. Everyone needs that. But if you can't get out of bed, I can't help you.
You can't help it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to help you. I'll tell you what to do. Bro, you can go tell people all day long what to do. they got to do it. They got to do it. And this whole mentorship, can you mentor me? Can you mentor? I hear it all day long.
You have a reel on your social media.
About
I
that.
saw the other day, and you're 100% right. You said it, I'm going to paraphrase it. To get a mentor, first you have to make money. And then, hey, how do I go from here? But if you cannot get out of bed, you cannot control what you put in your mouth. You can't even get your goals written out and next day tasks written out. What's the point of mentorship?
My man, there is no mentorship. That's some you know what you need? You need a stick to be beat with.
Let's say that.
You need a stick to be beat with so you get out of bed and you get shit done.
And our culture does that.
Bro, my brother did that. My dad did that. So we have a culture that's a little rougher. We're not a very loving culture. Desi culture is a very negative culture.
You don't see how
we put each other down nonstop, and that's why we're so hard on each other. That's why we are the way we are. Bro, I'm the king of roasting because I was roasted my whole life. A car used to chase me in Pakistan, more tu, and they used to slap on the window when I was like 6 years old and I had leukemia. And there's yelling more tu. Bring back bullying. Bring back bullying. I'm sorry, because this thing of I love you, you love me is BS. It's BS. No one loves you. No one cares about you. Like, bring it back so people become stronger and become tougher again. This kindness stuff, I love it. It feels great. It looks great, but it's not reality. It's not reality.
Brother, you're inspiring a lot of people. I'm going to start wrapping this up. You're very kind to give me your time and day in your house here to do this. The reason I reached out to you is I came across your profile. I started looking you up. You're raw with your comments. You don't hold back. You're not politically correct. I love that about you. You share your comments about the DAC culture, the society we live in, and you're right. What's your final message? The reason why I started Stroke of Success was I had a stroke. I was bedridden. I lost everything. And I turned to self-development. I found God, connection to God, higher power. I'm not religious by any means. And I changed my habits, and I found entrepreneurship. My podcast was a great channel for me, a platform to come to people like yourself, to other amazing entrepreneurs, and share the story. So in closing, what would you say? You said a lot already, but just in 2-3 sentences, someone out there who had a stroke, someone who had a divorce, you're depressed, you had drug addiction, you're bouncing back, you bad bankruptcy. Should you fold? Should you just go in fetal position? You shut up everything, go to your country or your origin and stop? Should you get a gun and shoot yourself? What would you say to that person who's on the brink?
Bro, it all comes to where you stand. My man, we live one life.
Right.
There's only one life. Enjoy your life. If you're a man, I met a man, he was 67, he was divorced, his kids are all grown. He comes to the basketball game, he's very wealthy, and he was hitting on 25-year-old girls, and he wanted to meet a young girl or a 30-year-old woman who was behind us, and I told him, you're wasting your time. You know what I told him? I told him, go live in another country. Go live the best years of your life, and go find a woman that's gonna love you and care for you and uplift you, because you're not gonna find that in America at 67. You're not gonna be able to do that. But it all comes down to hey, if tomorrow I lost it all, or if I had 400 grand and I was in my 50s or 30s, it all comes down to your situation where you are. If you have kids, you have to raise your kids. You can't abandon your kids. So it all comes down to that. Where are you in your life? If you're by yourself, and America's a very tough place for men. It's a very tough place and it's a tough place for everyone, my man. Everyone's struggling. Bills are hard. Every time you turn around, the cost of things keep going up. The cost of life keeps going up. Sometimes I feel like, maybe it's time to leave. Go live somewhere else so you can enjoy the last few years of your life. Or if you want to travel, grab that backpack. Even if you're poor, go travel. And especially when you're young, you young kids, go enjoy life, because there's one thing you'll never get back is your youth. Your youth will never come back. I gave my youth up to be where I am right now. You can be rich like me, or go backpack, go open your mind, go see the world, and maybe it'll change your outlook on life. Because I'm telling you, money isn't everything. Money makes life easy, and it's easy for me to say that because I have money. But the cars I have, bro, I'm happy with them for 2 weeks. That's why I stopped. I stopped buying cars because I was like, I'm gonna buy this car, or I buy this car. I bought every car, and I got to that point of it's not making me happy. You know what makes me happy now? Giving back to kids. Me telling a kid to go for walks, and he calls me up. He goes, I lost 20 pounds. Or some kid said, hey, I invested my money. I'm up $3,000 in my account, and I'm gonna start a business. Or I'm getting healthy. These are the things that make me happy. Because guys, we all have one life. Just remember that. End of the day, there's not another life to be lived.
Wow, amazing. I can see you being, an author, have a book. I see you doing stage keynotes. I know you're doing your kick stream. What's in the next chapters for you? Any plans of doing more stuff for the public?
My man, I'm like I said, I go hard on whatever I do.
Yeah.
As long as the public wants me and the kids want to listen to me, and I feel there's some positivity, it's great. Or I might just disappear one day, go get on my yacht or get a yacht, go travel the world, and just take off. Because I don't need to do this. I don't make money from this.
Nothing.
I'm not making any business from this. I'm not gonna. The only thing, maybe I'm getting social status, so I can go places, I can meet people. I don't need it. I'm rich.
Yeah.
Like as is, I walk into a room, people know who I am. Everyone wants to pitch their deal to me. This is, I honestly, I feel I have a higher conscience. I got to a place where money doesn't drive me, things don't drive me, and the only thing that makes me happy is seeing kids happy. If I could change a couple of kids' lives so they don't go buy that Louis Vuitton shirt, instead they go buy stock, or they invest in a business, or they don't buy that car because they want to flex when they're young, instead they invest their money so when they're older they can live comfortably, that's what makes me happy. It really does. Like giving back is, even me, I told kids, if I make money on social media, it's going to go toward opening kids' businesses. I will put all my money toward opening you guys' businesses. I don't need it. I don't need it. If I make another 100 million, it makes no difference to me. I'm still going to live here like this. It doesn't make sense. So for me, it's like, honestly, it's giving back now. That's where I am in life.
Love it. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok, Narmak007, which is my name backwards, Narmak 007. That's about it, guys. I really don't, like, again, I'm not selling courses. I'm not selling anything. Everything I'll ever do is free. I'll never send you guys bad knowledge. And I'm one thing I think people relate with me is because I'm honest. I'll tell you the mistakes I made. I'll tell you the wins I had. I'll tell you everything because I have no need to flex. I don't even edit my videos. My videos aren't even edited. I literally put up my shoot.
Yeah.
And I say, and people make fun of me because it's real. It's real. We're human. If the video's too perfect, the editing's too perfect, it's not real anymore. It's not authentic. And that's what this world, and these guys, I hate, what people I hate? The guys with the Lamborghini behind them, and they're telling you, buy my course and I'll make you rich if you buy my course. Why is a rich dude with a Lamborghini and all this money going after young kids that are trying to find a solution in their life? Yeah. And no course is gonna make you rich, guys. No book's gonna make you rich. And this 75-day hard things I hear all the time, I'm doing 75-day hard, read 10 pages. No, don't do 75-day hard, do life hard. Do life hard. Do it for the rest of your life. 75 days ain't going to change you. I'm not going to drink alcohol for 7 days. I'm going to run every day for 75 days. Be quiet. And show me one successful person that did 75 hard. There's none. There's none. They do life hard. That's how they run their business.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. Brother, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.